Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. I made that video about 2 years ago before Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk was ever announced. Now, they fought twice, and Usyk has won twice. Me, personally, I didn't see it coming. I thought Tyson Fury would be too good. I thought Tyson Fury would be too big. I thought he'd be able to lean on Usyk. I thought he'd be able to make Usyk uncomfortable and really kind of do his thing in there, but he wasn't able to, and I have a few reasons for why I think he wasn't able to. Maybe you can call it coping if you will, but it's what I think. First and foremost, I don't think putting on weight and having that Kronk style of being like this big puncher was a good idea. Tyson Fury's never been a big puncher. Tyson Fury's never been a knockout artist. He's always been a pitter-patter kind of puncher, and he's always been someone who, in my opinion, his biggest strength was not his power, ever. His biggest strength was his movement, his footwork, his head movement, his feints, movement, that herky-jerky style. Go back to the Klitschko fight. He weighed in at 247 pounds. Since that, he's gained a ton of weight. Now he's fighting at 287 pounds for this fight. And it was just, I don't know, man. Like, there's trade-offs, right? Like, number one, I think you should play to your strengths. Your strengths was never to be a power puncher. So why are you putting on weight and trying to become a fake power puncher? You're not that. You're not that. You should have just cut down all the way to 247 and been more sleek, more slim, been able to have better footwork, right? Because when you're bigger, when you're a big fat guy, when you're 287 pounds and you got those love handles seeping up over the top, the top of the belt, your movement's not going to be as good. Tyson Fury sacrificed what he was good at for something that maybe other people thought he'd be better at, and I don't think that's the smart idea. Tyson Fury is not a power puncher. He will never be a power puncher, and he gave up his movement to try and be a power puncher. It just doesn't make sense to me. Usyk stayed in his lane, however. Usyk, like I said in the first video, which, by the way, guys, go check it out. It's on my page. It's pinned to my page because it's one of my most viewed videos ever at over 370,000 views. It hasn't necessarily aged well, but if you listen to what I was saying on the keys to victory for Usyk, that has aged well, because I said Usyk will need to target the body, and that's exactly what Usyk did. Usyk was not headhunting Tyson Fury. Usyk was able to mix it up. Usyk went to the head, to the body, to the body, to the head, and he was able to keep Tyson Fury guessing. Again, I do not think Tyson Fury made the right decision coming in so heavy. I kind of get it against Deontay Wilder, but after that, you got to go back to where you were before, and Usyk's not Deontay Wilder. You get what I'm saying? Usyk's way more, if you just go body for body, Wilder's way more slim. He's way more, like, willowy, skinny. Usyk's not skinny. Usyk's kind of stout, and Usyk's not going to be someone that you could just kind of push around and bully in there. And even for his size, even though he's shorter than you, just because he's shorter than you doesn't mean he's, like, not stocky still, And Usyk has that build. He's not skinny by any means. So I don't know what the game plan was. It obviously didn't work out. The jab was nullified. And I truly do think that if Tyson Fury would have leaned into his strengths, which is the movement, the feints, the stance switching, the footwork, all of those things, instead of trying to be the bull in a china shop like he promoted himself to be going into this fight, he said, I'm bringing pain. He's never been one to bring pain, though. Like, that's what I'm trying to say here. Tyson Fury, in the second half of his career, sort of reinvented himself as this guy that brings pain and he's a bull in a china shop. But he's never been that. And just because it worked against Deontay Wilder doesn't mean it's going to work against Usyk. In fact, we saw that it didn't. So I think, take it what you will, call it coping, whatever you want to say. I think if Tyson Fury came in weighing 247 pounds the way he did against Vladimir Klitschko once upon a time, it would have enabled him to use his footwork better than his movement, his head movement, he just would have moved better. I mean, when you're lighter, you move better. It's not rocket science, people. So that's pretty much all I have to say, because the rest of this fight was straightforward. It was just Usyk doing his thing again, second time around. And it is what it is, man. Tyson Fury is not the greatest of all time. Tyson Fury is not the greatest of his generation, right? You got Usyk here. Tyson Fury is no longer the Gypsy King, right? His crown has fallen, and it lays upon Usyk's head, right? So Tyson's got a lot of identity things he's going to deal with going forward. If you're a Tyson Fury fan, look out for that. If you're a Tyson Fury fan, maybe big up him, maybe post on his social media saying, you're still the champ to me, be supportive of your guy, because I'm going to be honest with you. I follow Tyson Fury for a long time. I've listened to many of interviews of Tyson Fury, and I think this loss is going to either go one of two ways. It's either going to set him free in the sense of he no longer has to uphold this image of undefeated Gypsy King, blah, blah, blah. Or it's going to go the complete opposite way, and it's going to completely crush him, and he's going to spiral into a depression. He's going to spiral into a depression because now he's no longer that. He's no longer the Gypsy King. He's no longer the lineal champion. He's no longer any of those things that he painted himself as being over the years, right? A lot of these athletes, they have big egos, and those big egos keep them afloat in this thing called life. And now Usyk has shattered that ego not once but twice. No longer undefeated, no longer a champion, no longer Gypsy King, no longer considered the greatest of all time, no longer considered the greatest of his generation. It's tough. Now, does anybody have a problem with being number 2? Really? No, I wouldn't, right? I mean, you're the second best ever, or you're the second best of your generation. It's not too bad, It's not like you're not talked about, You're still one of the greatest ever. Tyson Fury is one of the greatest, one of the most unique ever. And in my opinion, if you take the Tyson Fury that fought Vladimir Klitschko and you put him in a time machine and you bring him to fight any heavyweight ever, he's going to give him a tough night. That's what I feel. That's what my eyes tell me when I watch that fight, and that's just what it is. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below whether you agree with me, disagree with me. It does not matter. Just join the discussion, follow for more, and leave a like if you enjoyed the time spent. Thank you. You are all appreciated. And of course, if you made it this far and went the distance, comment below saying I went the distance. Thank you. Salute.